The router shell holds a steady warm glow, casting green shadows on the floor below. I spent 4 hours on the webinar grid, trying to forget what the algorithm did. The sync bar stays at a 90%, while the company reads a financial intent. My temples throb from the constant pixel blur, stuck inside a meeting where the voice is slurred. The air in the bedroom feels heavy and flat, right where the shadow of the laptop sat. The status box updates with another bright red, reminding me of a text that I never read. I can see my posture in the dark glass screen, looking so twisted from the online machine. You left the conversation with a brief goodbye, saying you were finished with the internet lie. But the interface keeps buzzing on the chest, flooding my horizon with a false request. The pressure is rising in the copper core, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. The sudden stillness has a physical weight, stepping past the desk to the balcony gate. I can hear the rain on the ivy leaf, feeling a wonderful and sweet relief. The world is much larger when the grid is dead, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. No more looking for an online rating score. No more spending hours on a virtual floor. Let the cloud networks fail, let the system close. We are finding where the actual clover grows. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. The metal casing cools on the plastic stand as a peaceful silence fills the entire land. Just the dark screen reflecting the room, free from the weight of the digital doom. Tablet screen is a brilliant white glare, reflecting on the walls of an empty stare. I spent 4 hours on the opinion page, watching how the users amplify their rage. The feed scroll updates with the synthetic click, feeding me a cycle that is making me sick. My eyes feel dry from the luminous trail, chasing after topics on a global scale. The battery icon is dropping down to red, along with any logic that I had in my head. Current trend changes to a different brand, promising a fortune that was never planned. I can see my posture in the dark glass plane, looking so twisted from the mental strain. You left the channel without warning or sign, saying you were weary of the endless line. But the application keeps buzzing on the desk, making the reality look quite grotesque. The network is pulling at my remaining time, but my hand reaches out for the wall socket wire, disconnecting the signal from the frantic wire. Stop the feed scroll, let the monitor go dark. We don't need to follow every artificial spark. Hit the power button on the internet stream. We are waking up from a pixelated dream. Find a deep sleep state in the quiet house, free from the clicking of the wireless mouse. The sudden darkness has a comforting feel, stepping past the desk where the wires conceal. I can see the shadows of the garden trees, feeling the movement of a natural breeze. The world is much calmer when the feed is dead, but my hand reaches out for the wall socket wire, disconnecting the signal from the frantic wire. Stop the feed scroll, let the monitor go dark. We don't need to follow every artificial spark. Hit the power button on the internet stream. We are waking up from a pixelated dream. Find a deep sleep state in the quiet house, free from the clicking of the wireless mouse. No more looking for an online rating score. No more spending hours on a virtual floor. Let the databases crash, let the network freeze. We are looking for the sound of the ocean breeze. Stop the feed scroll, let the monitor go dark. We don't need to follow every artificial spark. Hit the power button on the internet stream. We are waking up from a pixelated dream. Find a deep sleep state in the quiet house, free from the clicking of the wireless mouse. The black glass reflects a completely still room, devoid of the weight of the digital doom. Just a steady rhythm of a real breath tonight, as the virtual horizon fades out of sight.
The wooden step creaks under the heavy boot, while a tractor passes by the orchard route. I let the cedar shingles drying on the lawn, watching how the fog disappears at dawn. You were leaning back against the oak stay wall, watching how the yellow leaves begin to fall. The air is incredibly crisp on the deck, as we look at the frost on the valley speck. We spent the whole night avoiding the spark, living in a silence that was heavy and dark. I bring 2 earthenware mugs filled with tea, hoping that the gesture will let us feel free. The old cat sleeps on the flannel cloth mat, moving his paws right where we sat. The breeze is finally dropping from the west, allowing some comfort to visit the chest. You adjusted the knot of your linen scarf, giving me a look that was freed from a half. The pine logs burn with a clicking sound, and the morning sky turns a beautiful gold, washing out the static that we used to
domestic gloom. A delivery van rumbles down the lane below, an ancient vehicle that's steady and slow. I feel my fingers loosen from the ceramic rim, realizing the future isn't entirely grim. The distance between us doesn't feel so wide, and the morning sky turns a beautiful gold, washing out the static that we used to hold. Sit on the oak stave, let the friction see. We can find a pathway to a simple peace. Tighten up the linen scarf against the cold. We don't have to carry what the system told. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. We don't need a massive breakthrough conversation. We don't have to force a complete transformation. Just sitting on the timber in the morning chill is enough to clear out the emotional bill. Sit on the oak stave, let the friction see. We can find a pathway to a simple peace. Tighten up the linen scarf against the cold. We don't have to carry what the system told. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. The sun illuminates the entire orchard floor as the autumn season opens up a wider door. Just a peaceful stillness on the wooden deck, with the old worries reduced to a speck.
The router shell holds a steady warm glow, casting green shadows on the floor below. I spent 4 hours on the webinar grid, trying to forget what the algorithm did. The sync bar stays at a 90% while the company reads a financial intent. My temples throb from the constant pixel glitch. Stuck inside a meeting where the voices switch. The air in the bedroom feels heavy and flat, right where the shadow of the laptop sat. The status box updates with another bright red, reminding me of a text that I never read. I can see my posture in the dark glass screen, looking so twisted from the online machine. You left the conversation with a brief goodbye, saying you were finished with the internet live, but the interface keeps buzzing on the chest, flooding my horizon with a false request. The pressure is rising in the copper cord, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel glitch, let the system drop. We are standing up with a boundary stop. Hit the signal break on the modern noise. We don't need a change after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Get above the profile that we pixel made. Kill the pixel glitch, let the system drop. We are standing up with a boundary stop. With a boundary stop. The sudden darkness has a comforting weight. Stepping past the desk to the balcony gate, I can hear the rain on the ivy leaf, feeling a wonderful and sweet relief. The world is much larger when the grid is dead, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel glitch, let the system drop. We are standing up with a boundary stop. Hit the signal break on the modern noise. We don't need a chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile cloud networks fail, let the system close. We are finding where the actual clover grows. Kill the pixel glitch, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the signal break on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. Kill the pixel glitch, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. The metal casing cools on the plastic stand as a peaceful silence fills the entire land. Just a dark screen reflecting the room, free from the weight of the digital doom. A cracked blue mug sits right by the rusted screen door. Cold wooden planks underneath my bare feet on the floor. The fog rolls in slowly across the empty gray bay. All of the summer crowds have finally gone away. No plastic chairs left along the line of the sand. No heavy words that I am forced to understand. The empty tracks where all the fast cars used to race are covered up with weeds inside the secret space. The lonely seagulls cry above the white rolling foam. I know this quiet town is never gonna be my home, but I can walk tonight beside the old wooden pier without carrying the massive weight of yesteryear. The dark water moves and the sky is freezing cold, and all the storylines we kept are getting old. I held my breath inside for far too long, but now I'm listening close to the ocean song. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I am standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at the path that I made with the tide. The local corner shop is locked up real tight. No neon bulbs left to burn through the night. I bought some fresh bread up on top of the hill. The lady at the counter was so calm and still. My steady steps are feeling light and moving slow. I have no other place that I really need to go. The dark water moves and the sky is freezing cold, and all the storylines we kept are getting old. I held my breath inside for far too long, but now I'm listening close to the ocean song. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I am standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at the path that I made with the tide. The water falls away and the sand is completely bare. There is a sudden shift within the morning air. Your heavy name has finally lost its tight grip. I watch the sea move and I just let it slip. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I am standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at the path that I made with the tide. The tide goes down and the sand dries out. A quiet town without a single doubt. behind the old theater. The grease traps smell like rain. Scraping yellow mustard off the table once again. The napkin dispensers are caught in a rusty cycle of pain, while the heavy delivery truck rattles the kitchen door pane. My apron has a permanent stain from the cherry pie sauce, and the clock on the wall calculates my emotional loss. The late night truckers are arguing about the highway toll, while their hash browns turn cold in a thick ceramic bowl. I am pouring regular decaf into a chipped white cup, waiting for the heavy morning sun to finally show up. My ankles are throbbing from 6 straight hours on the floor, and my uniform smells like onions from the kitchen door. The ticket machine is finally growing quiet and still. The night manager is adding up the register bill. I can feel the tight grip on my shoulders start to drop as I watch the dark coffee trickle down to the top. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. Shift change in my head, I'm done with that threat. The morning air is new, I'm not carrying you. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. The street sweeper passes and sprays the curb with fresh mist. I pull my wool jacket tight to the bruise on my wrist from catching a falling crate of oranges down the lane. I am no longer trapped inside a world of digital pain. The air tastes like ozone and freedom and something so clean as the delivery vans start to fill up the morning scene. The ticket machine is finally growing quiet and still. The night manager is adding up the register bill. I can feel the tight grip on my shoulders start to drop as I watch the dark coffee trickle down to the top. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. Shift change in my head, I'm done with that threat. The morning air is new, I'm not carrying you. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. No more wiping down tables for someone else's grand scheme. No more hiding away the broken pieces of my dream. The neon sign is blinking, but I don't look at the glow. I am turning my back on the only world that I know. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. Shift change in my head, I'm done with that threat. The morning air is new, I'm not carrying you. Shift change in my head, I'm leaving what you said. Clocking out tonight underneath the golden dawn. Every single shadow is completely dead and gone. The security monitor blinks in the dark, showing an empty lot with a single spark. I've been checking IDs since the sun went down, watching the reflection of the distant town. The mechanical gate makes a screeching sound every time a heavy truck turns around. My eyes feel heavy from the scanning screen. It's the longest winter that I've ever seen. The thermostat is locked at a freezing degree, leaving no comfort for a person like me. The vending machine drops a plastic stick, stirring up the soup that is way too thick. I can hear the highway from the guardhouse chair, wishing I was riding with the drivers there. You left a voicemail on my personal line, saying that you finally crossed the state a perimeter I cannot fix. The quiet isolation is a heavy cloak, but the buzzer gives a signal that the time is done, and the eastern sky is catching the very first sun. Press the gate release, let the barrier rise. Look at the horizon with your own two eyes. We are leaving the facility behind us now. We don't need to ask for a permission bow. Find a night shift closure on the gravel track. We are walking forward and we aren't coming back. The heavy padlocks rattle as I swing them shut, stepping past the tire tracks inside the rut. The morning dew is clinging to the chain link fence, but the world outside has a different sense. My breathing gets easier with every block, but the buzzer gives a signal that the time is done, and the eastern sky is catching the very first sun. Press the gate release, let the barrier rise. Look at the horizon with your own two eyes. We are leaving the facility behind us now. We don't need to ask for permission bow. Find a night shift closure on the gravel track. We are walking forward and we aren't coming back. No more counting seconds on a digital wall. No more answering a corporate radio call. Let the system run without our daily care. We are taking back our portion of the open air. Press the gate release, let the barrier rise. Look at the horizon with your own two eyes. We are leaving the facility behind us now. We don't need to ask for permission bow. Find a night shift closure on the gravel track. We are walking forward and we aren't coming back. The facility shrinks in the morning light as the whole industrial zone fades from sight. Just a quiet street where the milk trucks drive, and a sudden feeling of being alive.
The router shell holds a steady warm glow, casting green shadows on the floor below. I spend 4 hours on the webinar grid, trying to forget what the algorithm did. The sync bar stays at a 90%, while the company reads a financial intent. My temples thrive from the constant pixel blur, stuck inside a meeting where the voices slur. The air in the bedroom feels heavy and flat, right where the shadow of the laptop sat. The status box updates with another bright red, reminding me of a text that I never read. I can see my posture in the dark glass screen, looking so twisted from the online machine. You left the conversation with a brief goodbye, saying you were finished with the internet lie. But the interface keeps buzzing on the chest, flooding my horizon with the false request. The pressure's rising in the copper cord, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need a chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. Yeah, the sun sudden stillness has a physical weight. Stepping past the desk to the balcony gate, I can hear the rain on the ivy leaf, feeling a wonderful and sweet relief. The world is much larger when the grid is dead, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We're standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need a chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. No more looking for an online rating score. No more spending hours on a virtual floor. Let the cloud networks fail, let the system close. We are finding where the actual clover grows. Kill the pixel blur, let the system drop. We're standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the alert break on the modern noise. We don't need a chase after synthetic joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. The metal casing cools on the plastic stand as a peaceful silence fills the entire land. Just a dark screen reflecting the room, free from the weight of the digital doom. Yeah. The laptop fan spins like a miniature jet, casting blue light across the silhouette. I spent 4 hours on the corporate call, watching the pixelated faces on the wall. The chat bar updates with another urgent note, while the speaker reads a memo from a text remote. My temples throb from the constant screen glare, stuck inside a loop that goes absolutely nowhere. The air in the bedroom feels heavy and stale, underneath the ceiling where the signals fail. But my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the screen glow, let the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop. Hit the mute button on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after artificial joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. Kill the screen glow, kill the screen glow. The status indicator blinks a bright orange dot, reminding me of a deadline that I forgot. I can see my shadow on the closet door, looking so disconnected from the floor. You left the channel with a brief goodbye, saying you were finished with the digital lie. But the application keeps buzzing in my palm, flooding my horizon with an artificial calm. The pressure is rising in the copper cord, but my thumb presses down on the power bar, cutting off the connection to the grid so far. Kill the screen glow, let the system drop. We are standing up with the boundaries stop. Hit the mute button on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after artificial joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel made. Kill the screen glow.
there's a physical way. Stepping past the desk to the balcony gate. Feel the screen glow, the system drop. We are standing up where the boundaries stop, where the boundaries stop. A new button on the modern noise. We don't need to chase after artificial joys. Find a quiet room in the evening shade. Forget about the profile that we pixel-made. Kill the screen glow. I can hear the rain on the maple leaf, feeling a wonderful and sweet relief. The world is much larger when the grid is dead. The metal casing cools on the wooden stand. The timber block creaks under the heavy boot, while a tractor passes by the orchard route. I left the cedar shingle drying on the lawn, watching how the fog disappears at dawn. You are leaning back against the pine stay wall, watching how the yellow leaves begin to fall. I bring to earthenware mugs filled with tea, hoping that the gesture will let us feel free. The old dog sleeps on the flannel cloth mat, moving his paws right where we sat. You adjusted the knot of your woolen scarf, giving me a look that was free from a half. And the morning sky turns beautiful gold, washing out the static we used to hold. Fix the cedar shingle, wrap the scarf tight, we're stepping out into morning light. We don't have to carry what the system told. We can find a value that was never sold. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We're stepping out of the domestic gloom. The pine logs burn with the clicking sound. A delivery van rumbles down the lane below. I feel my fingers loosen from the ceramic rim, realizing the future isn't entirely grim. The distance between us doesn't feel so wide, and the morning sky turns beautiful gold, washing out the static we used to hold. Fix the cedar shingle, wrap the scarf tight, we're stepping out into morning light. We don't have to carry what the system told. We can find a value that was never sold. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We're stepping out of the domestic gloom. We don't need a massive breakthrough conversation. We don't have to force a complete transformation. Just sitting on the timber in the morning chill is enough to clear out the emotional bill. Fix the cedar shingle, wrap the scarf tight, we're stepping out into morning light. We don't have to carry what the system told. We can find a value that was never sold. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We're stepping out of the domestic gloom. The sun illuminates the orchard floor as the autumn season opens up a wider door. Just a peaceful stillness on the wooden deck, with the old worries reduced to a speck. balcony tile holds the heat of the day. As the city traffic starts to fade away, I left the dinner plates on the wooden counter, thinking about the distance that we had to encounter. You were leaning back against the red brick wall, watching how the twilight shadows start to fall. The air is completely still on the fourth floor as we look through the glass of the sliding door. We spent the whole afternoon avoiding the theme, living inside a very fragile dream. Lean on the warm brick, let the anger cool. We don't have to follow every stubborn rule. Open up the window to the city night. We can find a balance in the fading light. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. Lean on the warm brick, we let it cool. I bring 2 glasses of water with ice, hoping that the gesture will suffice. The neighborhood cat walks along the iron rail, moving past the planter with the fluffy tail. The breeze is finally picking up from the west, cooling down the tension in my heavy chest. You took a small sweater from the plastic hook, giving me a very long and open look. The ice cubes melt with the clicking sound, and the evening sky turns a beautiful plum, washing out the static where the worries come. The space between us doesn't feel so wide when we stay right here on the other side. Lean on the warm brick, let the anger cool. We don't have to follow every stubborn rule. Open up the window to the city night. We can find a balance in the fading light. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. Lean on the warm brick, we let it cool. A radio plays from the apartment below, a vintage melody that is soft and slow. I feel my fingers loosen from the glass rim, realizing the chances are entirely slim. We don't need a grand dramatic breakthrough line. We don't have to force the stars to align. Just sitting on the terrace in the open air is enough to show that we are actually there. Lean on the warm brick, let the anger cool. We don't have to follow every stubborn rule. Open up the window to the city night. We can find a balance in the fading light. Leave the heavy arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. Lean on the warm brick, we let it cool. The city lights turn on like a field of gold as the summer evening starts to unfold. Just a peaceful silence on the balcony floor, with the heavy worries left behind the door.
Low battery icon blinks on the bedside table tray. Perfect excuse to let the messages drift away. Curtains heavy, room goes dark. I hear the neighbor's dog bark. I took my keys and the bowl, tired of the digital noise. The signal drops to 0 and the line goes dead. I hear the real thoughts inside my own head. The phantom buzz is fading, it finally lets me be. The silence so My mirror face looks calm, clearer than before. No constant pressure calling from behind that door. I used to scroll till numb, till my fingers burn, chasing one more now that never came in turn. Signal drops to zero and the line goes dead. I hear the real thoughts inside my own head. The phantom buzz is fading, it finally lets me be. The silence opens up like a door in me. Let the signal drop, let it fall away. Let the signal drop into the quiet day. Blank feet, open room, brand new in the blue. Let the signal drop, I don't need their view. No more counting numbers, just to feel enough. No more borrowed voices calling me bluff. The network disappears, the grid is out of sight, and I'm looking toward the morning light. Let the signal drop, let it fall away. Let the signal drop into the quiet day. Blank feet, open room, brand new in the blue. Let the signal drop, I don't need their view. Letting the signal drop far away from my display, turning the volume down on what they wanna say.
A zinc tray sits on the workbench edge, covered in the dust from a broken ledge. I spent 4 hours sorting out the copper wire, trying to rekindle a forgotten fire. The studio is cold and the lighting is dim, shadows stretching long from the window rim. I found an old sketch from a winter night when we thought the future was exceptionally bright. But the charcoal is smeared and the paper is torn, looking like a relic that is completely worn. The oil lamp flickers with a smoky scent, mirroring the way that our energy went. I can hear the pipes rattling in the wall, like a heavy warning down the narrow hall. You left your leather apron on the wooden stool, right beside the handle of a broken tool. We haven't made a single thing together in months, too busy dodging all the structural affronts. The weight of the clutter settles on my spine, but the latch on the back door gives a sudden click, breaking through the static of the heavy thick. Clear the zinc tray, leave the workshop floor. We don't need to struggle in this room anymore. Step out of the clutter where the alleyway opens, looking for a language that was never spoken. Find a fresh slate under the wide open sky. We are letting all the old blueprints die. The morning air hits like a splash of cold stream, washing out the remnants of a heavy dream. I notice how the gravel feels under my heel, remembering exactly how freedom can feel. The street sweeper passes with a mechanical hum, clearing out the debris where the shadows come. But the latch on the back door gives a sudden click, breaking through the static of the heavy thick. Clear the zinc tray, leave the workshop floor. We don't need to struggle in this room anymore. Step out of the clutter where the alleyway opens, looking for a language that was never spoken. Find a fresh slate under the wide open sky. We are letting all the old We don't have to mend every cracked clay pot. We don't have to stay in the identical spot. Let the tools gather rust on the iron shelf. We are rediscovering a brand new self. Clear the sink tray, leave the workshop floor. We don't need to struggle in this room anymore. Step out of the clutter where the alleyway opens, looking for a language that was never spoken. Find a fresh slate under the wide open sky. We are letting all the old blueprints die. The sun climbs high over the brick wall line, leaving a beautiful and sharp design. Just a clean path stretching out ahead, with a brand new story to write instead.
The cold wind clears the moisture from the glass as the highway climbs through the Stone Ridge Pass. I've been driving since the clock struck 3 a.m., passing through the borders of the county hem. The navigation screen has a steady green glow across the paper map that I use below. The odometer is hitting a brand new line, so I pull off the road at the canyon sign. A wooden railing stands above a rocky drop, next to an old cabin in the tourist shop. I shut the engine down with a sudden turn, watching how the clouds in the valley burn. The viewpoint telescope has a weathered face, standing like a statue in a lonely place. A forest ranger walks by his green truck, too busy with his routine to care about luck. I walk to the edge of the rocky slope, looking at the depth with a different hope. My joints feel loose after all the hours spent, but the horizon line is stretching out so grand, shaking off the worries that I couldn't stand. The motor is cooling under the open sky. Stop at the Stone Ridge, trace the valley line. Forget about the city with its narrow design. We are standing on the border of an open space. We don't have to hurry in the daily race. Leave the scenic view for the highway lane. There is a beautiful road that we can maintain. The sun finally breaks through the eastern peak, casting long beams on the canyon unique. I can feel the warmth on my woolen sleeve, giving me a reason to finally believe that the destination doesn't matter anymore. But the horizon line is stretching out so grand, shaking off the worries that I couldn't stand. The motor is cooling under the open sky. Stop at the Stone Ridge, trace the valley line. Forget about the city with this narrow design. We are standing on the border of an open space. We don't have to hurry in the daily race. Leave the scenic view for the highway lane. There is a beautiful road that we can maintain. No more circling the identical neighborhood block. No more living by the ticking of an office clock. The road belongs to anyone who wants to explore. We are stepping straight through a wider door. Stop at the Stone Ridge, trace the valley line. Forget about the city with its narrow design. We are standing on the border of an open space. We don't have to hurry in the daily race. Leave the scenic view for the highway lane. There is a beautiful road that we can maintain. The engine starts up with a steady clean purr as the Old restrictions turn into a blur. Just a wide horizon and a clear open lane, and the beautiful freedom that I can sustain. Dash light glows green, gas station coffee burns, leather bag by the door before the sun returns. Highway lines slide by, 75 and free, past the steel of a tower, just me and the sea. Asphalt smooth and dark, tires hum on time. That old concrete weight is falling off my mind. My hands unclenched slow, I can finally breathe. Heading for a stretch of real highway peace. I'm driving alone. I'm driving alone, alone. Dark coast, open road. I'm driving alone. Fog on the glass, but my head feels clear. You can't keep the town, I'm gone from here. The radio slips out into city ghosts, static like soft snow. Then it fades the most. I used to check the mirror for your hands, your hair. Now the empty backseat feels lighter than air. Asphalt smooth and dark, tires hum on time. That old concrete weight is falling off my mind. My hands unclenched slow, I can finally breathe. Heading for a stretch of real highway peace. I'm driving alone. I'm driving alone, alone. Dark coast, open road. I'm driving alone. Fog on the glass, but my head feels clear. You can't keep the town, I'm gone from here. Motel signs go dark at the edge of dawn. Cold sea on my throat, but I keep moving on. At the rest stop counter, toasting eggs and steam. The old man gives a nod like he knows what I mean. 3 miles to the line and I don't look back. Ocean on my right, sky turning black to blue. What we left behind can stay where it fell. I'm not turning around, I'm doing well. I'm driving alone. I'm driving alone, alone. Dark coast, open road. I'm driving alone. Fog on the glass, but my head feels clear. You can't keep the town, I'm gone from here. High beams on the road, gray nights slipping through, coastline pulling me straight into the new.